Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Tuesday, the 4th of May, and this is your daily recap. I'm going to send this out for free. If you want to learn more about me, I have a link to my website in the description today. Let's talk this market, guys. We've had a sell in the market finally. For those who are with me, we've been talking about how bad the action has been for 2 weeks and how you need to be on guard for this. Today, we finally have it. We got a gap down, right? We broke gap down below the 8 day. We couldn't retake it. We sold off. We briefly went below the 21 day and we bounced back up here. It's been a while, Mark. I agree. To put this in perspective, guys, we are still in the channel. What's that mean? We've had this upper channel. We basically, since this candle here, this market has gone absolutely nowhere of late, just going sideways. And we still are holding the bottom part of the channel down around roughly 410, 411 area. And just, bad action. You can see here we have the candle well off the lows, back above the 21 day. Here's what bothers me about everything going on, guys. The market today, yet again, had the chance to punish people who were long. And there's a lot of very bullish, over margined people in this market. And every time it gets to this point, it lets them off the hook. To put this in perspective, with about 20 minutes to go, we're sitting at 76 million shares traded today. We're gonna break above the recent highs. We did 24 million in the first hour, and we have since just turned it off it's like a faucet. You just turn it off, and all of a sudden it's gone. Right? And we have nowhere near distribution volume. Here's where it gets interesting. You go to a 5 minute chart and you look at it. We were all fine here when I got up this morning, up till a little bit after 7, and then all of a sudden we got three big sell candles out of nowhere. We went sideways at that point into the open, and then you can see the selling, and then for the rest of the day we did next to nothing. Okay, so the SPY beaten up a bit. The Qs have been punished more, well below, gap below the 21 day, still above the 50 day here. The IWM held in much better today, much more solid. Same thing with the diamonds holding in. Look at that. The diamonds even getting close to getting back to where it gapped down from yesterday. Unbelievable. The financials held in very well today. You can see they're holding in. And bottom line is, this market is not in a rush to roll over. Will it roll over? Nobody knows. So when you look at Twitter and you see people calling buy the dip and you see people saying we're going to crash, just take things in perspective. Take a step back and say the action here says it's very similar. We got a shaking of the tree, but we really haven't gone anywhere yet. Yes, I played to the short side today and I made money on it. I traded VXX twice. Once pre-market, once during the hours. Had nice trades on both of it. I have my VXX hedge with call still in place here for elsewhere. But ultimately, if you look at what's going on, the VIX here, big spike came in, and here we are breaking back below 20. If you want to get some fear in this market, you have to hold above 20. And it's right now with 15 or so to go, we can't do it. So what could you have traded today, guys, and what was in place? Outside of what was weak, we got some bad candles. Amazon talked about how bad I thought earnings day action was for the market, sold off hard. What else? Apple got absolutely destroyed today. Ugly. The SMHs were destroyed, but showing some signs of life. To the long side, Chris is calling out in the room. Cat, cat, cat. Beautiful move in cap back up to the top of the range. J&J. Look at the move on J&J today. The banks. JP Morgan strong. Bank of America strong. Metals, X. Look at the move. Look at this 3 day move in X. Cliff, even with a downgrade today, decided, hey, let me go run. So, bottom line is there's still longs out there. There are still names playing. UPS held in, right? Pushed even higher. FedEx, right? They are buying names that are inflation proof. They are looking for names that are not, they don't have to worry about inflation. And that's really where they're heading into right now. This market is saying it's very worried about inflation. That's why tech's getting hit harder. And it's saying, hey, wake up. Some things to note today. What you have to do for today is look at names that have relative strength, because if we bounce, what do you want to be in? And not the names we're just talking about. Right now, watching Facebook, held the 8 days way off the lows, back above VWAP, stronger than the markets, stronger than the Qs. AMD, for what it's worth, today decided it wasn't going to keep going down. Look at the candle today, much stronger, Here it is coming in back above VWAP, showing relative strength. We saw a big buying coming into Taiwan semi here, right? Big buying into Taiwan semi, trying to hold in this area. Deer had a good day. So, it's not all doom and gloom out there, guys. But that said, the market, the action's not good. And again, it's worrisome and bothersome that every time they get people who are overly long and overly bulled up in this market on the ropes, they let them off the hook. That's what's happening here again today with about 15 to go. We'll see what they do overnight and tomorrow. You have to come in prepared for action both ways here, and you have to keep your bias neutral until we really see some selling coming in. Great to have a hedge, great to have protection in place, great things to have. Great time to be lightening up and talking about this for weeks. If you want to hold your positions, a great time to sell calls against your stock, have some puts against it. But, today was a warning shot. The question is now, is today just a 1 day warning shot, or is today the start of something more? And we'll have to see how this plays out. Everybody, I hope you're doing well. Have a great evening, and I'll catch you guys all in the morning. Members staying late with you guys. We're going to have earnings, see if we can get some earnings trades.